begin here. How do Democrats expect to get ahead of Republicans on the affordability issue when we know this is their record?
Not only that, look at the past 4 years prior to President Trump coming in, Ashley. Look at the horror show we had to live through with Joe Biden in the White House and Democrat control of so much of our lives. You know, the fact that we saw Joe Biden's first move in office to shut down the Keystone XL pipeline. You know, we had energy independence under President Trump first term. Joe Biden got rid of that. That drove inflation through the roof. You have a president now who the American people sent back to the White House to deregulate, to make us energy independent, to make us energy dominant, to ensure that we have capital flowing into this country, that we have job creation into this country. And you look at those blue states, man, they are running businesses out as fast as they can. That is going to continue to drive that inflation up. But you see this president able to bring inflation down from 5% when he took office in January down to around 3% right now. It doesn't happen overnight. He's making all the right moves in order to get it back to a sustainable place for the American people. But you're right. How are Democrats going to argue their point on this? They're the problem. They're the reason that we've seen it go sky high.
And the numbers don't lie. I want to get into this issue, Lara, about socialism and how it's dividing the Democrat Party. Look, New York City and Seattle both just elected socialist mayors, and now socialist Ray Wang is running against Karen Bass for L.A. mayor. And by the way, Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk warned about this and what it was going to happen. Watch this. I'll get your comments.
Now, we should boo Zohran Mamdani, but we fail to understand why he is rising. Yeah, part of it is that people in New York are not like you wonderful people here in Florida. That's partially it. But there's a deeper thing at play. Younger voters are trying to get their leaders' attention. We can't afford anything.
Hard to believe he's not with us. But let me ask you this, Lara. Was he right?
Absolutely, he was right. Well, I think part of this, too, Ashley, you have to talk about our educational system as its role that it has played in this. Whenever you are teaching a revisionist history to our students and they don't fully understand or comprehend what socialism and communism is and what it's done around the world, the fact that it has never worked anywhere it has been tried, then it comes in and no one has anything to balance it off of and say, oh, wait a minute, we've seen this before. We don't want to go down that path. Whenever you hear free, 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 it sounds great in concept. When it actually comes to fruition, you don't have the ability to make it happen. And so people are unfortunately going to see that happen in places like New York City. You're going to see it happen in places like Seattle. And I hope it doesn't happen in Los Angeles, but we may see it happen there. So, you know, I think that this is a big problem for the Democrats. They have become, you know, obsessed with this far left fringe of their party. That's who's in control now. Nancy Pelosi's out. AOC, Mamdani, and Bernie Sanders seem to be the leaders of this party right now.
I think it's good news for the Republicans, for sure. But I want to get to this issue, Lara. You recently appeared on Bill Maher's podcast. Going to let our viewers look at a little bit of it, and then we'll get your comments. Watch this.
I'm someone who, again, has been accused for many years, way before you people got on the scene, of being an anti-vaxxer. I remember I got a flu shot once and immediately got the flu.
I feel like everyone tells me that. My mom told me that. My mom was a nurse for forever, and she told me years ago, she was like, I just don't get the flu shot anymore because every time I've ever gotten it, I get the flu immediately after it.
You know, I love these sit-down conversations where they're rational. So my question to you, Lara, is would liberals and conservatives agree on more things if they just sat down and talked?
Oh, my gosh, you just talked about our friend Charlie Kirk in the segment before this, Ashley. This is what he wanted to see more of. He wanted us to engage with one another. This is how America was founded. We're not supposed to live in our isolated bubbles. We're supposed to talk to one another. And honestly, I give a big shout out and a lot of credit to Bill Maher for having me on. I really enjoyed our conversation. We didn't agree on everything. Let's be honest. If you watch this interview, it's like an hour and 20 minutes, and we had our moments. But you know what? We were able to get through them. We both said our piece, and then we moved on. And that's what we want to see happen. My gosh, heading into Thanksgiving, can we all take a note from this? Can we all sit down and enjoy one another, no matter how you voted?
Yes. Just pass the mashed potatoes. Don't talk about the politics. Just enjoy each other's company. There you go. Lara Trump. Great to see you, Lara. Thank you, as always, for being on the show. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.